I went to the airport that day with my daughter-in-law and my grandson, just to do something simple, welcome my son home after a year of working overseas. Instead, a security guard walked up to me and calmly asked, "Where is the woman who was with you?" At first, I didn't even understand the question. "You mean my daughter-in-law?" I pointed toward the restrooms. "She just went in there." His radio crackled before I could say another word. A cold voice came through. "Target just ran out toward the exit. Team G, close off the perimeter." The guard's face changed. His eyes went from normal to sharp and suspicious, and suddenly my legs felt weak. I pulled my phone out with shaking hands and called Nia Imoni. The line rang once, then went straight to voicemail. Her phone was off. 15 minutes later, the entire international arrivals hall was in chaos. The noise of Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport was all around me, rolling suitcases, crying babies, announcements echoing from the ceiling, but in my head there was only one sound. "Flight from London has landed." That sentence had kept me going for a whole year. I had been waiting under the big departure board with my daughter-in-law, Nia Imoni, and my grandson, little Jelani, for almost an hour. We watched planes arrive and depart, the green word landed popping up beside one flight after another. Then finally, there it was. London, landed. My heart did a small jump. A whole year since I had hugged my son, Queasy. A whole year of video calls, odd time zones, and sending prayers across the ocean. He had left from this same airport, suitcase in hand, promising, "Mama, when I come back, everything will be better." I squeezed Jelani's small hand. "Your daddy is almost here," I told him. His eyes lit up. "Really, Nana? Today?" "Today," I smiled. "You'll see him walk out of that door." Next to me, Nia shifted on her feet. "Mama Eudora," she said, almost in a whisper, "I'm going to the restroom. I'm not feeling so good." "All right," I nodded, barely looking away from the glass doors where passengers would soon start appearing. My whole mind was there, imagining my son's face, his smile, his tired eyes. I forgot, for a moment, that Nia had even walked away. Maybe 5 minutes passed. I bent down to tie Jelani's shoelace, and when I straightened up I saw a man in a darker, more formal security uniform walking toward us. He didn't look like the regular airport workers. His posture was stiff, his eyes were searching every corner. He stopped right in front of me. He asked quietly, "Where is the woman who was with you?" I blinked, confused. "The woman? Oh, you mean my daughter-in-law. She just went to the restroom." The words had barely left my mouth when his radio hissed. "Subject just exited near Gate G, heading for the main doors. Team G, surround and lock down." The guard's expression hardened. He glanced at me again, this time as if I had done something wrong. "What is going on?" I asked, my voice suddenly dry. He didn't answer. He just put a hand to his earpiece and walked off quickly. My heart began to pound. I grabbed my phone and dialed Nia's number. "Just pick up. Tell me you're buying water or fixing your makeup." The line rang once. Then it cut off. Her phone was switched off. In less than 15 minutes, the calm airport turned into a movie scene. Security officers appeared from everywhere, some in uniform, some in plain clothes with badges hanging from their necks. They spoke into radios, closed off doors, and blocked one of the exits. People began to murmur, to record with their phones, to ask questions no one answered. I hugged Jelani to my side. "Is something wrong, Nana?" he asked. "Nothing, my darling," I lied, kissing his hair. "We're just waiting." A woman in a navy blazer approached me next. She had the kind of serious face that doesn't smile unless it has to. "Mrs. Eudora Mensah?" she asked. "Yes," I replied, my stomach tightening. She showed me her badge. "I'm Officer Daniels, Airport Security. We need you and the child to come with us, please." My throat closed. "Why? What's happened? Is it about my daughter-in-law?" "We'll explain in a moment," she said, in that calm, official tone. "Please come this way." They led us into a small, windowless room with a metal table and 3 chairs. It felt like all the air had been sucked out. "Can someone please tell me what is going on?" I demanded. Officer Daniels sat, folded her hands, and looked right into my eyes. The woman you arrived with, Nia Imoni, is she legally married to your son? Yes, I said quickly. They've been married 5 years. They have this child together. Why are you asking me this? And how long have you known her? Since they started dating, I replied. Maybe 6 years. Officer, you're scaring me. She took a breath. We've been investigating a group that uses international flights to traffic stolen passports and credit cards. Your daughter-in-law's name came up several weeks ago. Today, when she entered the airport with you, our system flagged her. We've been watching her since she came through the door. My head began to spin. Trafficking, what? I whispered. Financial fraud, assumed identities, and recently, she glanced at Jelani. Kidnapping attempts. We believe she came here to meet someone from her network before your son arrived. That's not possible, I protested, shaking my head. Nia is. She takes care of my grandson. She sends my son photos. Memories started flashing through my mind, interrupting my own defense of her. The late-night phone calls where she would step outside. The sudden new phone she said a friend gave her. The way money always seemed to disappear, yet she had new shoes and bags. The arguments she and Queasy had on video calls, the way she would smile and change the subject when I walked in. I had seen it all. I had chosen to look away. Officer Daniels pushed a tablet toward me. On the screen was camera footage from just a few minutes earlier. Nia walked into the restroom corridor, just like she'd told me. But she didn't enter. Instead, she stopped at the corner, took off her scarf, pulled a cap from her bag, and put it on. Then she turned around and walked quickly in the opposite direction, toward the exit. My chest hurt. So she lied, I whispered. Yes, the officer said. We followed, but she slipped past the first team. Right now, other units are searching the parking levels. We needed to confirm your relationship with her and make sure the child is safe. I looked down at Jelani. He stared at me, confused, clutching his toy car. Where's Mommy? He asked. I swallowed hard. Mommy went to do something. She'll be back. I didn't believe my own words. The door suddenly opened. A tall figure stepped in, with a familiar face that made my knees almost give way. Queasy. Mama, he breathed. What's happening? I walked out and I didn't see you. They told me security took you. He rushed forward and hugged me and Jelani at once. I burst into tears. All the fear, all the confusion, all the questions poured out at the same time. They're looking for Nia, I sobbed. They say she's in trouble. They say she's part of some criminal group. Her phone is off, she ran out of the airport. Queasy, what is going on with your wife? Queasy's face drained of color. He looked at Officer Daniels. Is this some kind of mistake? He asked. She shook her head. We have records of funds moving through accounts in her name. We have footage of her meeting known suspects in the parking lots here on several different dates. Today was the first time she came with family, which is why we didn't move earlier. We needed to make sure we didn't put the child in danger. Queasy stepped back slowly, as if the floor had shifted under his feet. I gave her everything, he whispered. I was working 2 jobs in London. She told me we were saving for a house. She kept saying we were broke. He looked at me, and I saw something break in his eyes. Mama, you warned me, he said quietly. You told me to look closer. I didn't listen. I wanted to say I told you so. I wanted to scream at him, at her, at myself. But Jelani was watching, and his little world was already starting to crack. So I swallowed my anger and just held my grandson tighter. An hour crawled by like a day. Officers came and went, asking more questions. Where did Nia work? Who were her friends? Did we know about any trips she took alone? Each answer felt like another stone in a wall I hadn't realized she had built around her secret life. Finally, Officer Daniels returned, her face even more serious than before. We've located her, she said. My heart jumped. Is she alive? Yes. She tried to exit the airport grounds in a rideshare car, using another woman's ID. Our officers intercepted the vehicle at the outer checkpoint. She's in custody. Queasy exhaled, long and shaky, and sat down as if his legs couldn't carry him anymore. Can I see her? He asked. Not yet, the officer replied. Right now she's being questioned. But there is something else you need to know. She placed a folder on the table and opened it. Inside were printed screenshots of bank statements, flight bookings, images from surveillance cameras. Nia smiling with a man I had never seen before. Nia handing over an envelope near a car trunk. Nia, without her wedding ring, entering a hotel with a suitcase. 4 months, Officer Daniels said, she has been moving money from your accounts into others. Some of that money has been traced to known fraud rings in London and Lagos. Today, one of those contacts was supposed to meet her here. When she saw our officers, she panicked and tried to run. She denied everything at first, but we have too much evidence. Queasy pressed his hands to his face. So all this time, he began. All this time, I finished for him. She was building a life that didn't include you. Later that evening, after endless questioning and statements, we were finally allowed to leave the airport. As we stepped outside, the building looked different to me. When we'd arrived, it had been the place where my son would return home, where hugs and tears of joy would happen. Now it felt like the place where our family had cracked open and the truth had poured out. Queasy walked in silence, Jelani asleep in his arms. Mema, he said quietly, what am I supposed to do now? I looked at my grandson, at his innocent face resting on his father's shoulder. You start again, I said. This time, with open eyes. You fight for custody of your son. You tell the truth in court. And you let the law deal with Nia. He nodded slowly. Do you hate her? He asked me. I thought of all the times she had spoken to me with disrespect. The way she would roll her eyes when she thought I wasn't looking. The way she took my son's love and used it like a shield while she lied. I don't know if it's hate, I said honestly. I know I'm angry. I know I'm hurt. But right now, more than anything, I am thankful. Thankful, he repeated, confused. Yes, I answered. Because she ran today. She showed who she really is in front of the whole world. Not just to me. Not just to you. To the law. To the cameras. There will be no more pretending. That was my revenge. Not shouting, not insulting her, not throwing stones. The truth itself was the punishment. Months later, the headlines were small but clear. Woman sentenced in airport fraud and kidnapping case. She had tried to argue that Jelani was not safe with us, that she had been protecting him by planning to take him away. But the evidence was too strong, the lies too obvious. Queasy won full custody. Nia went to prison. Sometimes Jelani would ask, when is mommy coming back? And every time, my heart squeezed a little. But I would sit him down, hold his small hands, and say, Mommy made some very bad choices, my love. She has to go somewhere to think about them. But you are loved. Your daddy loves you. I love you. We are here. He would nod, not fully understanding, but trusting my voice. One evening, after putting Jelani to bed, Queasy came to sit beside me on the couch. Mama, he said, do you regret anything? Yes, I admitted. I regret not speaking louder when I saw the warning signs. I regret letting you think my silence meant approval. He put his head on my shoulder like he used to when he was little. But I don't regret one thing, I added. I don't regret coming to that airport. Because if we hadn't, Nia would still be running her games, and one day she might have disappeared with my grandson forever. He closed his eyes, letting my words sink in. Our lives did not magically become perfect after that. Money was tight. Court dates were stressful. Jelani missed his mother. But slowly, quietly, we began to build something new, this time on honesty. And every time we passed the road that led to the airport, I would look at the planes in the sky and whisper a small prayer. Let truth always catch those who try to run from it. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more powerful real-life stories like this. Share it with someone who needs to hear it today. And tell us in the comments where you're watching from. Your support means more than you know. Thank you for being part of our family.